All right, market recap for today. Let's go through this quick. We had some good alerts. Once again, I focus on large cap analyst upgrades or earnings winner are my favorite. And then I have to go lower if there are none of these. I have to look for other news or catalysts. But my favorite catalyst is always earnings winner or analyst upgrades. So we got a few here on GIS, earnings winner, some good company news here on XPEV. Now CRM, and so I was mostly interested in now and CRM, large cap analyst upgrades for today. That I like them the most. So let's go through the selection. I always put all the details below the alerts every day for 8+ years now. So, and we got the SPY alert as always. Every alert includes SPY. So let's go through the alerts. Now, which one was the first one? Was CRM. So yeah, this was not best case scenario once again. So when do we enter? This is pre-market. This is the market open, 2-minute time frame here. So as always, we enter when it can hold at the open. It's showing signs of holding the gains. We're having a gap up. I want to see that it can hold the gains at the open. That increases the probability to go higher. This is one of the first signs. And then additionally, a break of a resistance and or a retest. So this is, of course, not a best case. There was no follow-through continuation. And any profit had to be taken quickly. Or let's go on the 1 minute for now here, because I entered actually on the 2 minute here, because my gut feeling just said that, okay, as a large cap analyst upgrade, I made money on this stock before. So can it have at least a little burst? Yes. Especially if it's holding here. The first 1 minute candle was a good candle. Anyways, entering here is high risk, but since I'm green most of the days, I had a good strike. I entered on the 2 minute here. Usually, if you want to reduce the risk as much as possible, I have to wait for the break of the resistance. Anyways, I entered here and took profit quickly into this candle. So that was already a 50% winner with tomorrow expiration. So like, you don't really hold for target here. Like, if it's, tomorrow expiration is super risky. If you're up 50%, just take the profit and stop here for now. You could have entered here again, or even on the first time on the retest to see if it can hold it. This candle was showing again, holding above this line. Even this candle here was 20-30% profit if you just enter here. So so that's how it is. Sometimes it's a scalp. Sometimes it's a quick scalp, and then you have to take the profit. And that profit then will give you the confidence for another trade later on that will maybe unfold. So we're trading maximum 60 minutes, mostly 30 minutes, and even more mostly 15 minutes, which is here. So let's go to the next one, which is now. Okay. Or let me show GIS first, because I like this as a example. Okay. Look, when you have this search here from GIS, when you have such search at the pre-market, yeah, it broke the resistance here, but of course, if it's surging like this, you gotta wait for a retest. This makes it pretty clear. You're never gonna enter here. It hit already the target, which was 37.50 for me. So then you have to really wait. So I was busy with CRM at the morning. I made some profit on CRM. Quick scalp, good. Then you're already green on the day. So then you watch 30 minutes. Okay, let's see. 30 minutes is still here. Okay, so it went actually to target after a retest. It was retesting here. You were busy with another stock anyways. So this was forming something here. Again, a retest. So there was a moment here to enter above this resistance, which I've been drawing. And then actually it burst with no stress, holding here for several minutes, no stress, not going lower, staying green or break even from the point of entry makes it no stress trade. And then the burst to target. So there was another second trade here. So you see how you have to approach the alert. Sometimes it's quick scalp, quick green, and to have the opportunity for another trade then later in the day, which was here. So that was another great alert. GIS. Now, okay, this took a long time. So this is like for other traders who are trading all day or a couple hours longer than me. I only trade till here. So that was too long for me. So we had a burst. This would have been a stop loss. We broke the resistance, but it stopped out. So if you enter here, then you gotta just stop out and leave this alone till it's drawing something again, you know. And then you see it's been grinding higher. Hours later, you were busy with CRM, you were busy with GIS. So if you keep trading longer, you have a green streak and you want to keep trading, and you see something that is really of value, then there would be something like this. You see it's grinding higher lows. It really built the momentum here. So it took a long time. If you have the patience for it, some traders trade this. We actually went to target, but it took a couple hours here. It took 2 3 hours, 2 hours. And yeah, but it still went to target. Not clean, not perfect. That's how it is sometimes in trading, you know. Sometimes it's chopping above the line and goes lower. So this is just part of the game. Nobody can predict perfectly the lines. I do it mostly, but sometimes it's just choppy. Sometimes it doesn't work. That's how it is. Next one, XPEV here is, wow. I mean, so you see the break of the resistance here on point. How this mattered, huh? And then the retest, and then the grind to almost target. Not perfect, and took 60 minutes, 50 minutes to go up here. But again, it works. You see it. Break of resistance. And again, if you have a green streak, even if it's showing signs of holding here below this resistance, if it's showing signs of holding and especially grinding higher below the resistance, you can even enter earlier here for another big trade. So that's how it has to be approached. Next one. Boah, SPY. Yeah, it's just infinite higher, huh? Oh, my target's almost actually this. So my target was very low, only $1.50 after break of resistance. But you see that it works. Break of resistance and shooting $1.50 to target. You know, we're collecting a couple green trades, sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller. That's how it is. Sometimes you break even out, sometimes small loss. That's how it has to be approached. So again, SPY. So this was the put trade. If it breaks below here, you know, you can say, okay, it broke my support level. You can scalp a put trade even here. Then it broke above resistance. You can scalp a call trade here. So you see how these alerts are working. Anyways, great day. Tomorrow, new day. Thank you.